Now, this concept art for Alien Covenant has been out for a while, but I'm starting to get the distinct impression that this concept art is for the next Alien movie, whatever the title may be. Now, Ridley Scott said that there will be 3 to 4 players coming in to investigate, and it looks like that's exactly what's going on in this concept art. Possibly 2 groups, I would say, like Wayland Corp and Utani, because you have to understand that Wayland Utani is 2099. That's when they merge. So between 2094 and 2099, they could come separately. Okay, so you have your 2 groups there, and then of course there's the humanoid engineers and also the biomechanical engineers could come in as well. But anyway, when they come in, I'm sure they're going to accuse the humans of genocide, and then there's going to be a battle between the humans and the engineers, and then they realize that, well, the wildlife, the mutated wildlife, is the problem, because we know that in David's lab there's various species, and also in the alien novelization we know that there were xenomorphs back in the day, between that 10-year gap. So, of course, there were neomorphs as well, xenomorphs, and other creatures that were there because the black goo mutated a lot of the wildlife that was there. So, obviously, they attack the wildlife, they kill each other on both sides, and eventually annihilate each other to the point where that's why when the Covenant comes, it's pretty much quiet. There's pretty much nothing going on because it's all been destroyed, and David is the one that's left standing. Because it's like, where did all these creatures go? I mean, I'm sure David didn't kill all of them. Doesn't make sense. Like, he's not that good. So there had to be some kind of war that occurred during that 10-year gap, and that would explain it. And it would be very interesting because we would know more about the engineers and how they operate. Of course, about Wayland and their objectives, Utani and their objectives, and why eventually they merge, possibly. So it should be very interesting to see. But this is, of course, a theory. I don't really know. But if he says the 3 to 4 players come to investigate, I'm sure it's during that 10-year gap, not afterwards. Not afterwards, because then that would make no sense. I don't think Oragai 6 is in the next movie. I think it's going to be in the next trilogy, but we'll see. I could be wrong.